Good morning, everyone. Let us discuss our grammar topic, finite and non-finite verbs. First of all, let us understand what are verbs. The words that show the action or state of being are called verbs, or it can be ash. The verbs can be remembered in a short form ash, where A stands for action, S stands for state, and H stands for having. Now, there are two types of verbs, finite verbs and non finite verbs. Now, what are finite verbs? Finite verbs change with the change in person or tense. The verbs which change with the change in person or tense are called finite verbs, and the verbs which do not change with the change in person or tense are called non finite verbs. Now, let us have a look at the examples. Sita likes to cook food. Now, in this sentence, if I change the person, if I Sita is singular, if I change it from singular to plural, so it will become they like to cook food. And in third example, we have changed the tense. I have changed it from simple present to simple past. We liked to cook food. And again, in fourth sentence also, I have changed the tense. He will like to cook food. So in all these examples, if you notice, only this verb like is changing. To cook remains the same, whether we are changing the person or we are changing the tense. So like is a finite verb because it changes with the change in person or with the change in tense. But to cook is a non-finite verb because it is not affected by the change in person or change in tense. So to cook is non-finite verb. So I hope difference between finite and non-finite is clear to you all. Let us move further. We have read finite verbs already in the previous classes. Principal verbs, linking verbs, and auxiliary verbs. And types of non-finite verbs are infinitive, gerund, and participle. So in our class, our topic is non-finite verbs. But before that, it was very important to make you clear the difference between finite and non-finite verbs. So, finite verbs, let us see at the types. Principal verbs like eat, walk, talk, etc. Linking verbs is, am, are, was, appear, which link the subject with the rest of the sentence. And auxiliary verbs, as you have already read, can, may, do, have, etc. So, all these types of verbs you have already read in your, understood in your previous classes. Now, let us come to our topic, that is non-finite verbs. Now, non-finite verbs, they do not function as verbs. Yes, they are called verbs, but they do not function as verbs. So, if they do not function as verbs, then how do they function in a sentence? They function as an adverb, as a noun, or as an adjective. Now, here are the examples. Let us have a look at this example. The sleeping cat is brown. Now, in this example, sleep is a verb which ends with ing and it is describing about cat. So, sleeping is working as an adjective in a sentence. Coming to this example, running is a good habit. Now, run is a verb ending with ing. It is functioning as a noun in a sentence. It is not working as a verb. And in this sentence, you can see he went to UK to study. To study again is a verb, but it is working as an adverb in this sentence. So non-finite verbs do not function as verbs in the sentences. They function either as an adjective or noun or as an adverb. Next is non-finite verbs. First type is gerund. Now gerund is a verb that ends with ing and functions like a noun. Gerund is a verb that ends with ing and functions like a noun. For example, smoke is a verb we have added ing, it becomes smoking. Now let us have look at examples. Smoking is a bad habit. Here smoking is working as a noun. Subject of the verb is. He likes dancing. Here again dancing. Dance is a verb. It is ending with ing and it is working as an object in a sentence and functioning as a noun. Raman reported seeing the culprit. Again, seeing is a verb and working as an object of the word reported. Now let us have a look how do the verbs function. Sorry. Yes. As a subject of the verb. As in this example, you can see that running is a verb and it is working as a subject of the verb. So it is a gerund. As an object of a verb, he likes running. Here, likes is a verb and running is working as an object. As the object of a preposition. Object of a preposition is I am thinking of what? Running. Running again is a verb, but it is working as a noun. As a subject complement. My new hobby is running. Now it is working as a complement to the subject. So this is how the gerund can be used. It can be used as a subject of the verb, as an object of the verb, as an object of preposition, as a subject complement. Moving further, next type is participle. Now what is participle? A word formed from a verb and used as an adjective. Now, go is a verb, ing we have added with it. Gone is third form of verb. Be is verb, we have added ing. Been is third form of verb. So, all these are verbs, but these function as an adjective. So, the verbs which function as an adjective in a sentence are called participles, non-finite verbs, and under non-finite, the type is participle. Again, in the example, you can see working woman. Work is a verb. We have added ing with it, and it is describing a woman. Working women. So it is working as an adjective. Burnt toast. Now, toast is a noun, and burnt is telling us about toast, and it is the third form of the verb. So, it is an adjective here. So, this is participle. So, this is the chart where we say participles have has three types: present participle, past participle, perfect participle. In present participle, verbs end with ing. In past participles, it is the third form of the verb, and in perfect participle, we use having walked, having plus third form of verb. Now, these are some of the examples. Again, remember that present participles end in ing. Here are some of the examples: boiling water, caring nature, deserving respect. Example is a laughing man is stronger than a suffering man. Now, in this, laugh is also a verb, suffer is also a verb, but these verbs are ending with ing, both the verbs, and they are describing man. Man की quality के बारे में बता रहे हैं. तो here they are functioning as an adjectives, right? So these are present participles. Next, past participles have various endings. Like in present participle, the verb has ending with ing, but in past participle, it has various endings, usually ed, d, t, en, or n. It means the third form of the verb is used as past participle. Broken window, painted frame, destroyed bridge, right? Example is do not waste time staring at a closed door. Now, here closed is a verb, but it is describing door and it is functioning as an adjective. So, here it is past participle. Next, it is example of perfect participle. Perfect participles are formed like having plus third form of verb. Having eaten, having played, having heard the news, he quickly sold his brother's record collection. So इसमें दो एक्शन होते हैं, एक एक्शन खत्म होने के बाद दूसरा एक्शन होता है. So इसलिए we use perfect participle. Having heard, having plus third form of verb. Next type is third type is infinitive. Now again there are two types, to infinitive and bare infinitive. Now let us understand to infinitive first of all. To plus verb in the base form. Base form means the first form of verb can be used in a sentence as a noun, an adjective or an adverb. Examples of infinitives as nouns are to eat more fruits daily is the first thing you should do. Now, here, to eat is the infinitive. It is to infinitive. To plus first form of verb. So, here it is working as, here this is verb to infinitive. Now, to walk in the morning is a good habit. Now, again, we are getting answer of what is a good habit. That is to walk, subject. He refused to look at the picture. He refused what? To look at the picture. Here it is working as an object of the verb refused. He agreed to go with Russell. Again, object of the verb agree. So, in to infinitive can work as a noun, an adjective, or as an adverb. Now, see the examples where to infinitive works as an adjective. The theater is the place to go. The road is the place to drive. Here, in all these examples, it is working as an adjective. Next, the examples of infinitive as adverbs. Now, Mona is eager to see her family. In all these examples, it is working as an adverb. Next, coming to bare infinitive. We have read there are two types of infinitive, to infinitive and bare infinitive. Now, bare infinitive is the verb which is used without to in a sentence, but again it functions either as a noun, as an adjective, or as an adverb. Now, where do we use bare infinitive? First of all, after most auxiliary verbs you have read, must, can, should, may, might, all these are auxiliary verbs. So इनके बाद हम bare infinitive use करते हैं. After verbs of perception, perception means जिनसे हम perceive करते हैं, like our senses, see, hear, feel, ये we perceive through our senses. So उन verbs के साथ हम bare infinitive use करते हैं. Then after the verbs make and let, whenever we use a verb make or let in a sentence, then we use bare infinitive. And after the expression had better. So these are the four ways in which we use bare infinitive. Now let us have a look at the examples. After auxiliary verb, how do we use bare infinitive? You must get up at 8. So here we did not use to get up. We used get up, right? My sister could play guitar when she was young. So here could is modal auxiliary and we have used play here. Sorry, this is written wrong. It will be play. So it is the bare infinitive. After the verb of perception, see, hear, etc. So I heard her sing, she saw her cry. And after the verbs like let and make, let me sit there, she made me cry. So after these words, with these words, we use bare infinitives. So let us revise what we have done in today's session. First of all, we have talked about verbs. Then we discussed that there are two types of verbs, finite and non-finite verbs. And in finite verbs, we have three types, principal or main verbs, linking verbs, and auxiliary verbs. And in non-finite, again, we have three types, gerund, infinitive, and participle. Gerund does not have any type. Gerund is There is no type of gerund, but there are types of infinitives and participles. Now, infinitive, you have read to infinitive and bare infinitive. And in participle, we have read present, past, and perfect participle. So I hope the chapter, the topic, non finite verbs, is clear to you all. Thank you and enjoy your day.